Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house. So now we get into why she's even more mad. Jada will watch at the houses. She had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm going to sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do, period. And I got to have evidence. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail.
Bilal, we had to come to Cancun to get this interview.
Yeah, we want to stay out the country. You know, we want.
You are a wanted man.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Definitely wanted, without question.
Jesus, where have you been hiding? They swear up and down me and you fell out. They was like, why is Bilal not coming back on the show? What happened?
Yeah, so it's so crazy that we actually talked a couple of times. Well, let me start with the first part of your question. So I was in Cancun living.
Okay.
Didn't like living in Cancun because I thought all this would blow over and I'll be able to go back to Los Angeles. So then I moved to Colombia.
Okay.
So actually you flew me in from Colombia. We could say it now because I'm not living there.
Okay.
So you flew me from Colombia to your studios and we did an interview. Then you flew me back to Colombia. So that's the first and foremost thing. I was already living out the country.
Okay.
From there, when I got back to Colombia, we had just did that, you aired that last interview of me tearing Jada to pieces.
That was insane.
Yes.
I felt uncomfortable because I was like, I don't know what this beef is.
Yeah. Well,
You called her a dope fiend.
Yeah, I called her bald-headed dope fiend, without question. I told her she better sue me because
she said to TMZ when they asked her when she left the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
She looked. They was like, well, what do you got to say? And she was like, we're suing. And I was just like, okay.
Right.
That's been about 2 years.
Yeah,
and we haven't gotten a lawsuit yet.
No.
Yeah, the only person we got sued by during that year was Kevin Hart.
And I was involved with that, which was crazy.
And that lawsuit is nowhere to be found.
Right, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
right. So,
absolutely, with no merit. So what's crazy is that Jada did the Breakfast Club, just for people who don't know or want to go back and see, because it's been 2 years since I've been seen or heard of or anything.
Yeah.
Jada responded to your first global, the first global interview that I did with you.
That was a global interview.
Yes, it went all over the world.
It was in Arabic, I saw it.
Yeah, it's India, everywhere. So I talked for 2 hours.
Okay.
And I said some pretty, what some people may think to be outrageous things, but I knew them to be true and had the evidence to be, to show that it was true. So from that, that's when Jada responded out of anger, not out of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because for her to be a global iconic superstar, you rushed to the Breakfast Club to say, number one, that I extorted you. There was a money shakedown. You said you didn't have all the facts. So that puts you in legal jeopardy right now. You said all the facts will come out. None of the facts came out, right? So now you, Will, and yourself are in legal jeopardy. Her lawyer sends me a cease and desist letter, which I had to report him to the bar, Kenneth B. Hertz, because he said, I never knew Will, and I have everything here. I never knew Will, that I never worked for Will, and that he said he represented Willard Carroll Smith, which is Will's real name, but he was asking me to take down statements from Jada. So that's what we call in law overreaching. You cannot, if you're saying you represent Will, you can't compel me to do something against Jada, right? So I already knew that I had him legally. So I said, okay, I got y'all. Now, so once that happened, there was another interview, of course, when she came outside and reiterated that she was suing, right? Then there was another interview with TMZ just after that where one of the cameramen asked Jada, hey Jada, have you seen Will with any men before? And her answer was no. So now that's a lie too, because I put out an interview with Will Smith grabbing Alfonso Rivera's penis, squeezing his nipple and trying to put his finger in his butt, right? So I think you played part of that on one of the interviews. So we're just getting people updated because I'm sure you have a lot of new winos since since 2 years ago. So after that, there was, they reached out to me through many people, one being Charles Austin, aka Charlie Mack, the federal informant. And he reached out to me through a friend, right? One of my best friends.
Charlie Mack, are you one? Is that the one that I believe, and I want to say allegedly, okay? Mm-hmm. Everything's alleged, even my name's alleged. It was alleged that he had touched Jaden, Will Smith's Charlie Mack, his best friend?
Yeah, that's been alleged, yes. Yes, that has been alleged, that he's I can't say that word on here. PDF file, let's say this.
Okay, and that's the reason why Jaden wanted to be emancipated, allegedly from his parents.
When we're stressed out about anything, including debt, there's so many other detriments to our lives, our health, our family, our friends, all can see it on us. And then when you become debt-free, you can start focusing on things that truly make you happy. It really is true happiness. I've had many individuals make up with family members after going through bankruptcy because they don't have the stress. It really changes your mindset and it allows you to have the freedom, the mental freedom to take care of what's really important. And I certainly recommend it for everybody because, as we all know, life is too short.
Child, y'all know I don't play about my hydration or hygiene, especially when it comes to down there. And let me tell you, this Wet Kitty formula made by Officially Pleasure XO on Instagram is everything. It's odorless, plant-based, creamy. I like that it doesn't knock off your pH balance as well. It's actually pH balance, if you get me, okay? So holla at Officially Pleasure XO on Instagram to copy you something. Like I said, they have this wonderful trio box, okay, that has 3 different types in here. I believe it's 2 clear, 1 creamy. It smells good, feels good, and it stays juicy without doing the most. I'll see you on the website. Winos, Mark Curry in the flesh.
That's right. I'm finally here.
You dropped the bomb there because I've always heard that, and I even spoke to Suge Knight personally. If there is some type of conspiracy built around Diddy offing Biggie Smalls.
When Biggie, that night when Biggie got shot, I was there because I was signed to Bad Boy, but I lived in Los Angeles. D1 called me and told me that they shot Big and killed him. And but we was just with him the day before.
I think the documentary had mentioned that. Puffy had paid for the funeral, but then basically took it out of Biggie's earnings. But the estate came out and denied and said that it never happened.
How trustworthy is the estate? With Biggie not here, the mother not here, who could you trust with that kind of money?
There have been rumors of how Black Rob died. Mm-hmm. Have you heard those rumors?
I took him to dialysis. I know exactly what he died from. Then we pulled up to the hospital and I understand what he was saying. He said, if you take me in there, they gonna take me from you. Then he started getting delusional. He said, the lady in there got on a black dress. I was like, oh snap, ain't no lady with a black dress in there.
Do you feel like there was Puffy had something to do with Kim's death?
Nobody can say that. I can't say that, but I can always say that where there's smoke, there's fire, and we keep on having to put fires out over and over again.
So I have to be very careful because we're engaged in lawsuits with Will and Jada.
Okay, so you don't want them adding extra claims.
Right. So,
okay. That's what I heard.
So from my understanding,
what I heard.
Right,
I don't know if it's true. What I heard. Okay.
Right. From my understanding, allegedly it was Will and Charlie together that did something to Jaden, so that made him want to be emancipated. So people can read between the lines of that, but it was continual habit And the crazy thing about it, I have that in the book. So the book is definitely still coming out, and I'm going to get into why later I wasn't able to put it out and what happened and so forth and so on, because it was so many thousands of people. I want the book. I want the book.
They're waiting for the book. And
yes, they are.
I told them when we sat down with you that you would have the book.
Yes.
But now you got a book of paperwork.
Well,
paperwork.
you know, I'm gonna always do something special for you. I'm gonna do something special for you right now.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
thank
Of
you.
course. I know the winos. Listen, they gonna follow where you go. You know what I mean? So I would be a fool not to let over 1 million and something people. You know what I'm saying? Give them a tidbit.
Oh, stop. We're just a small little, you know. We just like to drink some wine at the bar on the porch. You know?
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay.
But even that would that has been alleged between Charles Austin, aka Charlie Mack, and Will Smith. That's going to come out in a book. And the crazy thing about it is, I was in talks with book publishers after your interview. I was going to do it independently, and then after your interview, I started getting calls. Are you interested in publishing? So I ended up getting an agent, and he was out taking offers, meetings, and everything. And so just, you know, for clarity, when you're trying to get a big book deal, they wanted just a little bit of the book. And I gave them a little bit of the book, and they were just like, this book is so graphic that we don't think Amazon or anybody else will take it in its state. Because we'll take it. Yeah, of course. So I said,
you can do that privately.
Yeah. So I said, okay. So they was like, okay, well, here's an offer, a very generous offer, right, of an advance. And they said, rechange the book. Then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to, because you can't feel the essence of the book unless I give you the real, truthful information. And so I said, I'm going to forego this money, big money. I'm going to forego this money and put it out independently later so that I can put it out in the mannerism, the artistic mannerism I want to put it in. But back to what we were saying about Jada. So she did the interview with TMZ when they asked her, has she been with any other men? And she said no. So
you're talking about Will. Had Will been with this?
Yes.
Okay.
So they asked her this question and she said no. And like I said, I gave you the video of Will and Alfonso Ribeiro where he's touching his penis and doing everything. And you could see this man is disturbed. So that's another point, right?
Okay.
So she's lying there. So by law, I don't want to get into case law or anything, so forth and so on. But if a person tells a bunch of lies on you repeatedly, it's a form of harassment. They don't have to hit you, right? That is a form of harassment right there. Then with Charlie Mack, aka the Rat, Charlie Mack the Rat, he reached out to
best friend as well,
yeah, another
like
best friend in the world, yes. And he reached out to me, to another one of my Muslim brothers, and said, "Listen, allegedly, Will and Jada are want to end this." After the second interview, he said they want to end this. What they want to do is they want to pay you, and they want you to say this script. Charles Austin sent the script to one of my brothers. One of my brothers called me and sent me the script and told me what Charlie said from Will and Jada. Okay, so now, right there, they're breaking the law.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Why are they breaking the law?
Because now they're trying to coerce me and it's tampering because we're going through something legally, right? So you're going around, because I told Charlie Mack the Rat, don't call me anymore. Because what we did was, when we were going through this, Charlie was calling a lot of different influencers, because he knows everybody just like me, and telling them to say something bad, say he don't believe me, like the clown, what's his name, Stephen A. Smith. Right, he did this whole opening on his show about Will and Jada and the comments that I made, and looked in the camera and say, I don't believe him. Well,
Stephen A. Smith, he reviewed our interview?
I don't know if he reviewed the interview. Well, he had to listen because I made the allegation, but no, there were other interviews. So forth and so on. What I'm saying is that Stephen A. Smith commented on it. on the allegations that I made on your show, stating that he didn't believe it. But now we have from good record from the private investigators that you and Charlie have been talking. Another clown was Vlad, was going around saying...
you mean Vladimir Putin?
No, Vlad TV. Who,
you mean Vladimir Putin?
Yes.
Okay.
Putin, not Putin, Putin. He Vladimir Putin, right? So he came on many times, allegedly, came on a show. And even though we know he did it and said it, but we just want to keep everything clean because there's a lot of moving parts with this. The federal the feds are going to be involved with this. The FCC is going to be involved. This is going to be groundbreaking what I'm doing. Right? Because we're showing how people blackmail people, how people try to attempt to murder people, right? How people try to silence people, how people go to other companies to try to shut you down financially, right? So this is just one part of some of the paperwork, and I'm gonna pull some of it out.
Right, put your glasses on.
In a little while. Okay.
Right.
Oh, that's like I want to get into that. But back about Vlad, he was saying, "Oh, this guy tried to be on my show and da 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 da." Vlad, some guy named Mafia, whatever his name, he hit me on IG. And this is not allegedly. He hit me on IG saying, "Hey, would you like to do Vlad?" Right? I still got the thing from IG, but now Vlad is trying to put it like, oh yeah, he said some definitely derogatory things about you and the platform.
He's just jealous of our platform.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then he throws me under the bus, something about, oh, we don't even know if he's associated with Will and all that.
But you're in Will's book.
Right. Now,
you're in his biography.
Right. But even before that,
40 years.
Yeah. And then I'm with him from his first album, which he gave me a shout out on, which is a major milestone. I'm in movie credits, right? And I'm in the book. So that spans 38, 40 years from his first album till the book, right? So, but we don't even want to get into Vlad. I'm gonna deal with Vlad in a whole nother way, right? But it just goes to show you how he takes our people, right? Like D.L. Hughley was on his show. And Vlad tried to say some disparaging things about me. And I must say that D.L. Hughley came to my defense.
What did he say?
He said that, he said, man, even though he didn't like what I said, but what's so crazy about that, D.L. Hughley in my jewelry business, he spent so much, like he helped me in such a way, invited me into his home. I sold him some stuff, his wife some stuff. Like he was just always supporting me, right? And when Vlad tried to say these things, he said, look, number one, he's definitely associated with Will. And then Vlad asked him, well, for how long? Like I'm just some new... He said, very long time. D.L. Hughes said, very long time, and it can't be disputed. So we have that. And that we're using even that in court, but we're going to get to that later. So I'm just showing how the rat Charlie Mack is calling people, a bunch of celebrities and different people to say disparaging things about me on behalf of Will and Jada, right? So what that is, that's another form of harassment because he's sloppy. He's not, he's all bronze. He's not intellectual. I'm an intellectual. So you're going to always beat the muscle guy. Always beat. Intellectuals will always beat the muscle guy. Right. So now, even with that, so now we have all these things of harassment. Right. So and we detailed it and we recorded. So now, mind you, I'm in Colombia. I'm living. Now, I also talked about Jada and Will ties to Scientology. Yes. Right. Yes. OK. And I said, from my point of view, they were Scientologists, period. They were recruiting other people into Scientology. They opened a Scientology school. So all this stuff is happening and they keep saying, wow, we're not Scientologists. I know why they not trying to say they Scientologists.
Why is that?
They know what they're doing in Scientology. So let me just say, for example, let's take one of their good friends in Scientology by a guy named Danny Masterson.
Okay, shout out to Danny Masterson.
No, you don't want to shout him out.
Oh,
Danny Masterson.
Him.
Yeah, he's in jail for raping women in Scientology and received, I think it was 30 years or 30 to life. So no shout out. We taking that shout out back. We taking that shout out back.
He's where he's supposed to be.
And he's the actor from the 70s show. So he's famous. So it's not like it's just a regular guy. But what people said was within that trial that there have been a lot of celebrities that have come through Scientology and have abused people within Scientology, both men and women. We're talking about sexual abuse here, right? This is on the record. So now I'm gonna leave it up to everybody else until we get to that part in court, why I feel that Will and Jada have committed sexual crimes from my point of view, things that I've saw and documented, that they have committed crimes on other men and women within Scientology. Yeah. Without question. We're not playing no game. Right now, no games being played, because while I was in Colombia, and anybody that knows Scientology and study it and people that's in it, I would love them to comment in the comments once this interview is aired, so they can kind of just let people know, hey, I was in Scientology. Yeah, celebrities do get preferential treatment. So let's just say this is an example. Let's say Jada raped one of the girls, right? In Scientology. She can't go to the police. And I've said this before. She can't, everything has to be settled within Scientology. Right? Or
so they're their own government. Yeah,
they're their own government, own police, own cop, everything. Multi-billion dollar organization. Okay. Right? So that's one thing we're getting out is because as we about to go into that, I have a civil restraining order of violence filed against Jada Pinkett Smith. We're actively going through that right now. I'm going to share some of the court records. So no one
from her team or her can talk about you on social media on or off, or contact you?
Yes, right. And yes, and I'm gonna get into it in 1 sec. I just want to clear a couple things up too. Not only that, people who are associated with her to leave me alone, to stop calling me, trying to offer me money and threatening me and all that kind of stuff, what was happening. So now when I'm in Colombia, I got a driver, Fernando, that would drive me around. In Colombia, everything's cheap. So he'd drive me around, run errands, do everything that I need to do. Kind of like an assistant, right? So we're pulling up to my apartment in Colombia. And when I pull up to my apartment in Colombia, there are a bunch of guys with two guys with black pants and white shirt, Scientologist outfits, right? Not saying they're Scientologists, who knows? Right? And then there was another guy who I found out to be a private investigator, and they were by my house. So I told him to drive past, right? So he drove past, he parked. And I'm like, damn, why are they in front of my house? But the crazy thing before that, somebody sent a picture of the front of my door in my apartment and texted to me from a number, right? With nothing. So I put two to two together. I'm like, damn, they might be out to get me, right? So we're driving one afternoon, and while we're driving through that afternoon, a car pulled up with a guy with a mask on, right? And tries to run my boy off the road. So he's trying to not run, because in Colombia, you have a lot of freeway parts, but you also have a part like there's no barriers. So you could, somebody make a wrong turn, you down there.
Because it's mountainous.
Yeah. So so the car is so my assistant trying to hitting the other car so we don't go on a barrier. So the guy put the gas on, boom, right? One of the people that I saw, even with the mask, I'm able to see it was one of the people that was at my apartment. So we rolled down the embankment, right? Glass breaking, everything. Like I could hear oh man, it was bad, right? So by the time I get myself together, I look over, my man got a big piece of glass like this stuck in his head, right? It's about this long because the windshield broke when we was tumbling down. So finally the police came, the ambulance came, they took me to the doctor. So now my back is messed up. I got to have black surgery. And then my knee.
Okay.
I have to have knee surgery. Yeah. So
How
it's
was your driver?
how is he? He still got brain damage. He still got brain. I'm responsible for this guy now. He still has brain damage. The glass went in his head. Yeah, this is real. You know what I mean? So that's when I stopped everything, right? That's when because I was supposed to do another interview. I was supposed to put out the book, but I was healing too. I was hurt. You know what I mean? I had glass everywhere. As you can see, it's a big gash right there. My hand was almost sliced off, you know? So it's, you know, it's crazy. I don't want to show all the marks on my body, but that let me know that Will Jada and the Church of Scientology was not playing at all. Ain't no games being played. So I needed to heal myself before I went, because I was more mad than anything. And they told me they was coming. They already told me they were coming, but I'm like, yo, I'm in Colombia. Y'all not gonna catch me, and they did. So,
Wow. So did you immediately leave Colombia when?
Not immediately, because I couldn't even hardly walk. My back was messed up and my knee was messed up. Luckily, a guy that I know there who's involved with alleged, mafia ties there or whatever. He made sure I was all right. He had 2 people with me. He had people coming to my apartment, bringing me, plantains, rice, and all beans and all kind of stuff, and nursing me back to health. And that's when did I go to Saudi Arabia or did I go to, I went to Thailand. I went to Thailand because what people don't know about Thailand, you can get the best healthcare cheap because you got to pay for this. Had to pay for this. So I was in Thailand over the 2 years, part of the 2 years, because I went to Saudi Arabia, and the monks helped me a lot because my weight had ballooned to maybe 400 and something pounds because I couldn't walk. I couldn't do nothing but lay up and eat. You know what I'm saying? And watch TV. So the monks started.
I was gonna say you look smaller.
Yeah. So now the monks, they know what's going on, and they're like praying for me. We're meditating. We're just doing all these things, and it really helped me.
Shout out to the monks.
Yeah, the monks. Oh man.
Indian style and everything? You was sitting in Indian style.
You something else. I couldn't sit nowhere.
You went with the monks that was smoking meth.
No, I was.
You took the monks some meth. They never left.
Wow, I'm surprised you heard about that. That's crazy.
I read everything. I said not that I found new customers. A new demographic and new customers for fentanyl and meth.
Yeah. So luckily I can say I had the good monks who kind of nursed me back to health, gave me some enlightenment, and the ones that talk English, we would share different things together. I'll read them the Quran. They would read me some things from Buddhism, so forth and so on. And so I got myself back to where I could walk, talk, and actually you had called me like, what's going on? Right? Yeah. And
that's when you had told me someone that I was afraid to repeat.
Which one was
about Brashear Gray?
Oh, okay. So let's even go into that since you want it, and then we'll go into the legal stuff.
I saw a video with Brashear Gray on X.
Okay.
And he had both his legs up. He was digging and fingering himself in his ass.
Okay.
Empire, Brashear Gray.
Okay.
That is not allegedly. The video is on X, unless it's a deep fake.
No, it ain't. Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to give you a chapter from the book since I owed you something.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to give you the biggest chapter.
Why those? Hold on for this.
Yeah. Definitely so. Without question.
Go ahead. I need wine, Jack.
You definitely need wine.
Shit.
You definitely need something.
Go ahead.
So, in the book, in one of the chapters, it talk about mentorship. So at this time, of course, I do celebrity product placement. And for the people who don't know, it's You know, you have to basically have a relationship with hundreds of celebrities in order to make money, because you're taking your product to many celebrities. So anybody on the Instagram already know what's good with me, right? Like that's what I did. That's how I made money. And I made exclusive jewelry pieces, right?
Okay.
So that was my hustle. Didn't need Will, didn't need Jada, none of it. I stood on my own, because one thing I learned from the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad when I was younger going to school was do for self. I don't care what you got going on.
Yeah.
You getting money here, there, and there, you always have to do for self. And that mentality will never leave me. So allegedly, Charlie Mack and Will called me and said, we're coming to your apartment. I said, oh, okay.
Now, when was this?
No problem. This was during the time before Empire even started.
Okay.
So people can look it up and see what year it was. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, but normally I have to go to Will's house if there's a meeting. So Will comes to my apartment allegedly, and Charlie Mack, the rat, the informant, come to my apartment. So they was like, hey, B, look, man, we got this new guy Will is mentoring. His name is Bashir Gray. Everybody call him Yaz. He's about to get cast on this major show. That was I'm like, okay, what would you want? I'm thinking they coming to get product, because what people don't know, I kept millions of dollars in products from various companies and lockers, right? So whenever a celebrity called me and say, I need this, I need that, I'm running to wherever they are, dropping it all, taking a picture and getting a nice check sent to me, right? So this is my job every day. So I said, Will, and then Will said, yo, because Bashir was supposed to allegedly star in the reboot of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right?
I can see him
right.
doing
That's
that.
what I'm saying, right? So they're
Yeah,
telling
would have been a better fit. I
yeah.
feel.
So they gassing me up. So I'm like, all right. So I said, look, Will, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to go to Chicago and hold this guy down, right? I said, to be his assistant? And he was like,
He always sending you to be the assistant.
Right. So I'm like, I said, this guy can't pay me. And then I go to my computer. Boom. I remember like it was yesterday. I turned the computer around. I said, Will, that's what's in my bank account right now. Right? Will started laughing. Right? And said, I'm going to make sure you get double that over the course of time. That's my guarantee. So I'm like, sheesh. I said, okay. So he said, just make sure you hold them down, because he was like, Charlie Mack is not going to be able to be there, because him and Charlie had something else going on, right? Okay. So I said, well, listen, let me close out what I'm doing, right? And I told Will, with some of my sponsors, I'm going to need you to do me a video or something to just let them know I'm working on a special project with you, and then it'll be beneficial for them in the future, right? So I'm covering all my grounds, right? So, and I said, I need some time before the show starts for me to make it out there to close everything down. So I arrived in Chicago for Empire. It's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on, right? So I'm like, I pull him to the side, right? And I said, listen, I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. Okay. I want to love you because everybody else love you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will me. You know Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo, listen. So I grabbed my hug. I said, listen, I don't know. I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come.
Is this true?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna let you about to see if it's true from the paperwork. Oh, we telling something that got paperwork involved. Let me get to the paperwork. So at this point, I'm crying because I feel his pain. Like, I can kind of tell when somebody phony and all, but it was the pain where the snot was coming out his nose. His nose was bleeding. He in the corner screaming, balled up, right? Like, I could feel his pain, like he had been raped, like he had been forced to do something. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, well, listen, let me find out what's going on. He said, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, right? So I'm like, Yaz, I'm like, yo, just relax. I said, everything gonna be okay, you know? And he was like, no, they gonna get me if I say something. They gonna get me if I, like, he's spazzing, right? So he calmed down after a couple of days. I reached out to Charlie Mack, who was managing the ball. So Charlie, Charlie was managing Yaz.
Oh.
So Charlie is the one that brought Yaz to Will. Now, okay, so let me stay within the story. So I reached out to Charlie. I said, listen, I said, Yaz is going crazy. He's saying that Will raped him, and he said Diddy made him suck his penis, right? So he was like, what? He was like, yeah, oh yeah. He was like,
what? You think he'll talk about it? You think Yaz will talk about it?
I don't. As I finish the story, you judge, right? Okay. So now so all this is speculation right now. Ain't no paperwork involved, right? Okay. So now Charlie flies down there, boom, 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 and he tells me, listen, man, I had a talk with Yaz, whatever the case may be, everything is cool or whatever, right? So about a week later, he spazzes out again, right? I knew you was going to say something, right? I'm like, Yaz, how can I not say something? You said you were raped, and you said Diddy made you suck his penis. This is what you told. I said, dude, this is criminal, right? So allegedly, he told me they took care of it. So whenever Charlie Mack came down, I think they gave him some money, whatever they promised him, right? So as time go on, he's still having effects from being raped. He's still having effects of alleged
okay.
and the allege of sucking Diddy's penis in the studio.
Allegedly.
Yeah, all allegedly at this point. Okay. So now, so I had to leave the show because he was just acting irate. Like, his behavior got so diabolical and so repugnant that I couldn't even be around it, right? So as I was leaving and he knew I was leaving, he actually was hurt that I was leaving. And he started telling everybody on set what was going on, that I knew that Will and Diddy allegedly raped him.
Oh, allegedly.
Okay, so now I got to get my lawyers involved. Now we come to paperwork, right? So I let him know that I was going to sue him. That's number one.
Sue who?
Sue Yaz. Because two things happened. Number one, the money he was supposed to pay, he didn't pay me, because Will was going responsible for the bulk payment. Then he was going around telling people I knew about these sexual assaults against him, you know? And so what happened with that was the lawyers got involved. Then Charlie and Will arranged a lawyer for Bashir. So they was telling me, like, look, B, let this thing go. So I'm not letting nothing go. And this is to Will and Charlie allegedly telling them that I need an NDA from this dude. Because this dude, whatever y'all got me involved in, is something dangerous and filthy and diabolical. So they was like, well, we can't do that. So we'll pay you to sign an NDA with him. And I'm like, I don't want your filthy money. I want this guy to stop saying that I know that you and Diddy did something to him. Allegedly. So then they came back. My lawyer said, listen, this is the best that I think can happen that will protect you. They will allow a mutual NDA where Bashir won't say anything about you, nor can you say anything about Bashir.
But you're talking now.
Right. Hold on, let me finish.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly. So we do this. So we do the paperwork.
Okay.
It's legal paperwork, which you got in here. So there's a mutual NDA between Bashir Gray and myself. Right. That happened. So now I'm leaving, I'm out of Chicago, I'm off the set and everything. So Bashir starts telling people again that I know. So he breaks the NDA. The NDA is already broken. So now, okay, now that I could prove that he broke the NDA, I can talk about it now. So before I leave, I'm going to leave you a copy of the mutual NDA between Bashir Gray and I. Now, that means that something happened. Why was there a mutual? Because there's no, you never hear people doing mutual NDAs. It's one-sided. You are not allowed to say anything, right? So now, if people want to read between the lines when he said all this and so forth and so on,
But don't it listen to NDA what you're not allowed to, or did it say anything?
No, it's just a mutual NDA saying that money that he owed me, he had to do, when things that happened in his circumference and that I wasn't allowed to talk about, nor was he allowed to talk about if it mentioned me, right? So you can read the NDA if you decide to post it, whatever. That's
Hell yeah, I gotta post that shit.
Okay, yeah, that's the.
I ain't got no money for Will and Jada. Not today. Not today, not ever. Allegedly.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Even with all the they ain't doing nothing. I told you before. In my last interview, they ain't doing nothing. Will ain't doing nothing. Jada ain't doing. So let me give you a little more backstory, just so that we clear.
I feel safe now, a black man.
So now we got another situation that happened. Once I told you that Will and Jada, about the sexual things they were doing allegedly to certain people and all that, and I told you that Jada was addicted to. So how Jada would watch at the house is she had her laptop, she would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV, and she could play whatever video she watching. So now I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. I don't know if you remember that. But I remember, your wino's going to remember it. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm going to sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do, period. And I got to have evidence. So we not playing. That's why they didn't sue. So back to these discs with all these, this self-homemade on it or whatever.
Listen up, active duty members as well as veterans. Miss Kanisha Hayes from Jacksonville, Florida, works for Florida Gateway Realty, and she can help you own a brand new construction home in Jacksonville as well as the surrounding areas. Now, all you gotta do is hit up Miss Kanisha Hayes with Florida Gateway Realty to see if you qualify for up to $2,000 in realtor rebate credit for a brand new construction home. And get this, with a VA loan, you may qualify for 0 down. That means nothing, nada at the table. And when you combine that, you can cover things like appraisal, binder money, as well as inspections with the rebate money. And of course, it's all depending on lender guidelines, but she gonna make sure she can get the most for you. So if you're in the Jacksonville area or surrounding areas that's near Jacksonville, hit up Kanisha Hay right after this video at kanishahay.com/veterans. Clips out there about you sometimes do show you a very angry black woman kind of life.
I am an angry black woman. I am angry that my sisters are dying at ridiculous rates of heart disease, maternal death. I am stressed. I am angry that I live in a nation that lies to us and has been, and people still aren't sure how to make it make sense.
You've never heard of Candace Owens?
I don't know her.
Your messages are very similar.
I am a radical leftist.
Do you date?
Who's gonna date me?
There are other people like you that you can date.
Name them.
I'm not a matchmaker.
I have 5 cats and a dog. I love being a cat lady. And the other day I was driving and I had like my dog and my 3 cats in the car going to the vet, and I was like, wow, this is the life you chose. I haven't had sex or been kissed in 2 years.
Do you think that has a lot to do with your anger too sometime?
No. I think that's actually very unintellectual for you to ask.
No.
Yes.
Because as black women, we have to release.
So I don't have a vibrator?
Somebody stole it from the house, okay? Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house with this alleged on it, right? Jada thought, so now we get into why she's even more mad. So Jada thought I have something to do with this being stolen, right? And one thing that they allegedly did was report it stolen. So whoever comes out with this video or tape or anything have stolen property. They're going to jail, right? Okay. Now, that's why me and Jada's relationship got to be so toxic towards the end, because she thought I stole these videos. So there are
Videos of her
with other people. But I saw some of the video. Mind you, when Jada at the house.
Was any of them allegedly MC Light?
Yes.
I just
Yes.
had that was just
Why didn't you let me say that?
That was just my own opinion.
Come on, Ty,
I have no dog in this fight.
Oh,
But I
goodness.
always felt like, in my opinion, that her and MC Light kind of had something going on, and they used men, Will and MC Light's husband, to cover it up.
So,
And then we had a lady that came to sit on the show that said she saw MC Light and Jada at a known gay club for lesbians in Hollywood all the time.
so let me just put it like this, because the tapes are going to surface. The tapes are going to surface.
I don't want to watch
And-
them. That's illegal.
Oh, no, listen. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The tapes are, that's why they reported it stolen, but they didn't report me as the thief, right? But now let me tell you how I saw the tapes.
How you saw the tapes, Bilal?
When Jada's home at Will house, not her other house, she allegedly has her wine. She has her something called Tushy. It's like a pink cocaine thing. It's popular in Colombia as well too, but it's like you
Ecstasy
get the
and cocaine.
Yeah, it's like that mix, right? It's big in Colombia, right? And she got her ayahuasca or whatever it is. And she got her mushrooms. So she got her psychedelics, all that stuff. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, and high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. This is why she think I saw them. And I saw some things that were unreal. And I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
So, all right. So let's just say, so allegedly who I thought to be on the tape, well, one is a tape, because it's going to come out. So I'm letting people going to know.
Who did you see, Bilal?
Okay.
Tell the winos.
Okay. So now there's one tape allegedly who I thought appeared would be, there's Jada with a strap on top of Will. Then she's spitting in his face and choking him. That's one. Right? So I want people to know when it came out, I'm the first person to talk about it.
Okay.
Then the other one was Alfonso Rivera. Don't want to talk about that because it ended up being a bloody mess. Right? Now, but let me give you the backstory
Go ahead.
about
You're
her.
telling the winos right now.
Right.
Go ahead.
So let me
they
give-
asked me in court, what did he tell you?
Right.
I don't know. Go
Right.
ahead.
But it's all alleged
Because I
anyway.
don't watch my interviews back.
Right.
So go ahead.
So it's all alleged anyway. So, and some of it's from my recollection.
Okay.
So like I said, the Alfonso Rivera thing was a bloody mess. And in that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up, right? And on that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on, right? And the reason why she got so much hate for Alfonso Rivera is because they dated way before. I'm not even gonna say dated, went it out a couple of times together, right? And allegedly something must have happened because Alfonso always had money. So back then Jada was broke, and you know that through your interview with Laverne, right? So now,
Laverne did put you on the set that day that you said you walked in, and I have to say allegedly, seeing Will Smith murder the out of Dwayne Martin.
so
And she said you left that day. It was something that happened. It was abrupt, and you left. They couldn't find you. So she put you at the scene of the crime.
and she was on the set. But we got affidavits from other people where I was there. But let's even forget that.
Because I remember Fat Faison Live said that you weren't there, that's not happening. But Laverne, another producer, said she hadn't spoken to you in years. That was the last time she spoke to you was when you abruptly quit.
Yep.
that day on the set of My Wife and Kids.
No, it's called All of Us.
Oh, all of us, my bad.
It was called All of Us. But not only does Laverne put me there, IMDb put me there, which is the Bible.
IMDb as a producer, the IMDb.
No. It
like
has
the
me there.
producer credits, like yeah.
So number one on that set, like I said, I worked for Dwayne Martin. That's number one. Number two is that I was assisting Will. Right, I was assisting Will because he was executive producer, couldn't be there. So I was actually filming the rehearsals and sending it back to Will. Right, and then I was day to day with Dwayne, so I would have to have a key to his dressing room. And then I was on an episode of All of Us, like I said. So
back to these alleged tapes.
Okay, let's go back to the alleged tapes.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
Tyrese was on there.
I'm so glad Tyrese ain't got no money to sue me right now.
And Charlie Mack was on there with Will and allegedly, I would appear to be Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will, Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, "Make him spit up." Period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling the absolute truth. Now, speaking of legal stuff, this is the only thing that was sent. This is Will and Jada's lawyer, like I explained before, sending me
Can I borrow these for a second?
Yeah. So and in there.
This is why I took the interview, guys. Listen. I just,
Oh yeah, we about to really.
I want to say this too. The reason, because I know people are like, Tasha, why do you take interviews like this? Is because like, I hate to use an extreme example like that, but I always ask people, I'm like, do you like kids? Yeah, I'm like, do you like kids in an inappropriate way? No. So you don't think like that, right? But there are people out here that do. Mm-hmm. So just because you don't think like that, you can't knock the fact that it doesn't go on just because it doesn't happen in your world. Right. There's a whole other world that we're not privy to because we don't think on that level. Unfortunately for me, I have to take all types of cleanses and spiritual baths after I interview shit like this. So about subjects like this. Okay, so immediate demand, this is for Bilal, immediate demand for retraction and false defamatory statements. This is from the Hirsch, Litchison, Young, and Polk. This letter is filled with a bunch of lies and falsehood. In that letter, it says that this office represents Willard C. Smith II. It has come to our attention that you recklessly and maliciously spread out white lies about our client and his wife in an interview published on or about November 8th on YouTube and again November 14th on 2023 interview on Instagram. And each of these two interviews, amongst an avalanche of appositions, you have crasslessly, I ain't never heard that word before, crasslessly fabricated a salacious and utterly false story about witnessing our client in the middle of an intimate sexual act. To be clear, these allegations are fabricated without a shred of truth and nothing short of a deliberate character assassination. Furthermore, you claimed in both interviews to be a close friend for 40 years, and you claim 8 of those years to have been his personal assistant. Neither claim is remotely true. To the contrary, you were never employed by our client in any such capacity. At no point would anyone familiar with the situation have ever described you as a client's close friend, let alone the best friend that your publicity purports you to be. Not surprisingly, these defamatory attacks became immediate following your unsuccessful 2-year attempt to shake down your supposed best friend for money. Shortly after Mrs. Smith's book came out, you claimed to have lost at least $500,000 in connection to an unconsummated idea you had to promote our client's book. Out of respect, we took your claims seriously, which we saw all the stuff that you put together.
That's what I'm saying. Everything in there is lies, but we're going to get into it.
After both your first and second lawyer abandoned you, we offered to mediate your claim. Why are they offering to mediate for you?
Right. So I'm going to get into all that.
They can't mediate for you. You have to have your own representation.
Oh, it's crazy.
After hearing the details of the nonsensical story, unsupported by even a single shred of evidence, the mediator convinced you to accept a tiny fraction of your supposed damages. Your get-rich-quick scheme having failed, here you are back at Tro. And this is what he sent you?
This is what he sent me.
Okay.
Okay, so just really briefly, I'm going to go through this.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody knows, and it's proven, number one, that he said me and Will wasn't friends. So I guess Will doing all these videos with me and all that kind of stuff, put me in his book and or whatever the case may be. We're not friends.
He gave you an excerpt out of the book.
I know. So that's one lie. But see, this is what they do. The next lie saying I never worked with Will. Okay, so when the credits are going up on various movies, let's just take.
Give me my phone real quick. I need to pull some receipts real quick because I'm just looking at the web of lawyers that represents these people.
Oh, wait till I get into this other lawyer
that shakes down the people that sit down with me, and bloggers.
So I got Are we still
But
recording?
they know we're still recording.
So I got copies of other, and then I'm gonna get into the lawyer that's representing Jada now.
Okay.
It's that's what I'm saying. It's nothing but these people will do anything to try to protect their image, but blow you over. Like blow that. First thing is we're suing. They ain't suing nobody.
Second, let me make sure. All right, where's the
Now let me show you. Because I'm gonna try to make this video quick. I really just want to talk about the cases that I got against Jada.
I just want to make sure I got the same firm. Hirsch, Young, Polk, LP. Where did I see this information? I saw this law firm.
So they represent a lot of big people. It's not just Will and Jada.
I know that. Hold on. Oh, go ahead. I'll verify that. I'll probably have them cut that out just in case if I can't verify it, but go ahead.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Okay. So even with all that, there are a bunch of lies in there. So everybody knows. So people know me and Will are friends. They said I wasn't. They said I never worked with Will. The movie credits say different, right? And he also said he represented Willard. He never said nothing about Jada. So in law, it's called overreaching. How you gonna tell me to retract my statements about Jada too? Okay. You don't represent Jada. That letter said you only represented Will. But see, they're trying to bunch it all in. Now, they said that they would take legal steps, and nothing never happened. Because you know why? I responded to him. And I sent something to the bar letting them know that he told the lie. All right, so let's get off of that. Let's go into, because I'm going to need to wrap this up, right? Because I'm getting too wild up. So, but I just wanted to share some of the stuff from the book with you. And I need to get you the mutual NDA again.
Who is Jamal?
That's another friend of mine. That's who Charlie Mack went through to get in touch with me. So
this is the retraction that they wanted you to read?
Charlie sent the retraction to my friend. My friend sent the retraction to me. This is my declaration for the court. So you see it's 30 something pages. So this is for the civil harassment claim. So now let's get into the violent part of this.
Okay.
Right? So Will invited me to his birthday party and screening of King Richard, right?
Okay.
So I'm there. We're trying to talk through our problems at his birthday party. Me and Will are together trying to talk to all this stuff that's going on, this alleged hard drive that they think I have with all these people on it. Me potentially about to sue, me about to expose the mutual NDA that I had with Bashir Gray.
So this was after my interview.
This was way before your interview. So we've been going on for.
Because I remember, because she said, Jada Pinkett Smith specifically said in the Breakfast Club interview, we quote her words, that there's been some legal back and forth.
Yeah, we tried to work it out.
And you have text messages here from Jamal asking if Charlie wants to talk to you.
Oh, this is late. Oh, see, it's so much
you and him
information.
to do a 3-way call. I downloaded WhatsApp again, but go ahead.
Okay. So where were we at? What were we talking about? That just threw me off a lot. Damn. Oh, okay, yeah. So he invited me to his birthday party in King Richard premiere. It was a private screening. And at this, and this is inside the legal paperwork of the civil harassment lawsuit against Jada. So she comes up to me, put her finger right in my face with her nail, right? And told me that I better stop telling her business, keep my mouth shut, or I was going to catch a bullet and a beat down. So right there, that's already violence, right? And then it's already threats and everything. So I said, okay, no problem. I didn't say nothing. I didn't hit her. I didn't do anything. But I already knew that I was going to make my move. So let's get into this lawsuit with Jada. So we talked about that one incident. We talked about her being embarrassed about the Tasha K interview that went viral globally. Okay. So that's one thing. Then Charlie Mack contacted my friend saying that Will and Jada wanted to pay me to write a retraction, and then him sending the retraction over to my friend, right?
And you said?
I said, no, I'm not going to do it. They were ready to pay me the money in 24 hours.
If you would have did that retraction, they would have tried to come after me.
Right. And I wasn't going to do that. And it didn't have any indemnity. So they could have sued me. See, they think people dumb. So let's say they did send me the $500,000, right? Okay. Let's say they sent me $500,000 and I put the retraction up. Now I might be going to jail because now there's fraud involved. Extortion. I said I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I'm admitting that, hey, I did this, and come on. But some people would have just took the money. All they was thinking about was money. But on their end, thinking I was going to take the money, we got them red-handed. As you see, this is filed. All this is stamped and filed by the court. So just for your listeners to know really quick that I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail. Period. There's no if, there's no ends, there's no buts. Whatever in these documents that were filed with the court in Los Angeles Superior Court, if they find one thing that is a lie, I'm going to jail. So this is my stance. This is my position. This is my conviction of how strong what I'm trying to say is true. That I'm going under penalty of perjury. So I must have some heavy information for this. So let's even go on. So I put stuff in there like me and Will's videos and all that kind of stuff, extra stuff to let the court know, man, Will been cool for almost 40 years. I put in here about where TMZ, listen what they did to me. Well, I already told you. So, but just for your listeners, Will's reps claim he didn't have sex with Dwayne Martin. Right. And then inside the article, people can just go back and see it. TMZ put, we don't even know if there's any connection between me and Will. Come on, man. Come on, TMZ. Y'all playing. Now, I'm reporting y'all to the FCC, right? Because y'all lying to people. You could have did a quick Google search and see, I got multiple movie credits with Will. I'm in the book, and if you go to my Instagram, that seals it right there.
TMZ is bought and paid.
Right. So in my opinion, so in my opinion, they was giving TMZ a couple of those dollars. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, so we thinking everything is over, right? After my accident, nobody's hearing from me. The Diddy stuff comes to light. Okay, so now everybody is separating themselves from Diddy. I go to my computer. I remember I went to a freak off party with Will. Well, I went to a party, but after the party became a freak off, right? So I send that out to every press person, right? Somebody picks the pictures up and put Will at Diddy's party. Will sitting
Oh,
up
you
there.
talking about the naked girl?
Yes,
And stuff on the table?
yes.
Yeah, I remember that. They was eating fruit off the naked.
Right, because they were saying, "Oh,
That was an all-white party.
Yep. I forget where it was at, but all I know is I had the pictures, and when I sent the pictures out, they were everywhere. Now, Will. Then after that, everybody's going in. Now, I could tell you what happened.
He said on a stage with fake AI fans that he has never, ever been to a Diddy party.
Okay. And him and Diddy are not cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Jay-Z said that too.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you at the party and you up in here, you and Bruce Willis allegedly about the Rumble because you text Bruce Willis inappropriate. Allegedly. Okay. So now people gonna know I was there. Right? Allegedly. Right? This is Will Smith. This is the Will Smith that got on stage in San Diego talking about, oh man, I ain't had nothing to do with that. Oh, yes, you did.
My next tattoo is gonna say allegedly.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you did, Will.
It's like for real.
So once again, in evidence, the D.L. Hughley, because I don't even want to show the picture.
I remember him shutting Vlad down.
Right. Because what he gonna do, if you put the picture, Vlad gonna be like, I want to get paid. I want the same that he did with Joyner Lucas. So I don't even want to show it, but people can go to Will Smith slapped the guy who tried to sleep with Jada, but didn't slap the guy. Will Smith slapped the guy who tried to sleep with Jada, but not the guy who slept with Jada. So if you go to that interview, then you'll see that D.L. Hughley let Vlad know. Vlad didn't issue no retraction or nothing about me and Will. Like that I knew Will, that he, this guy Mafia, whatever his name is, invited me on the show and all that type stuff, right? Then we know we got the Breakfast Club interview that's inside of there with Jada.
So what are you suing Jada for? You're suing Jada, not Will.
No, Will's getting added. But hold on, let me just finish this real quick. I'm almost done. This is the interview where they asked Jada if they ever seen Will with any men.
And she said,
no.
We're suing.
And then we have this, which shows Jada was there and Will can't keep his hands to himself, grabbing men's penises, right? This is the IMDb, right? Okay. So don't that say all of us?
All of us in 2004.
Okay. So I was on the set. Undeniable. I was there with Will, with IMDb put me there. Forget what I say, forget what they say. Let's go to what's official. Okay. So I'm there. Okay. No problem whatsoever.
You got Jamie Foxx show credits.
I got a lot of credit. Yeah. So then, okay, so let's go to this other email with, once again, Charlie Mack trying to be a fixer. Hits Jamal again in December. This is December 5th. And I'm going to tell you why this brought the case back together. December 5th, 2024.
That was last December.
Yeah, so this is very recent, right?
Okay.
Yes, a year ago. So Charlie reached out to my friend again and said he wants to talk to me. I tell him I'm still in pain. It's all in the paperwork. And that I just don't want no drama. Like, I'm cool. So Jamal hits me, oh, Charlie don't want no drama. They just want to talk to you. Man, we get on the phone. Man, what I got from the conversation is you stay your ass wherever you at out the country until the statutes of limitations go out on these lawsuits, and you still bet not put that book out. Man, it infuriated me. This was under a year ago. It infuriated me. The audacity. I'm out the way for a year and a half, healing my body from somebody trying to kill me. And you want to call me and tell me I better not put my book out. I better stay out the country until the statute of limitations go out on any lawsuits. Man, all I can say is I prayed not to do anything crazy. And then I said, you know what? There's no fear now. When a person try to kill you and you survive, I see how 50 Cent is now. he got shot 9 times and he ready to go at any and everybody. That's where I'm at right now. I know what that pain is, almost being killed, right? I know what it is. So now all these things that I got and all this information that I have, is about to be on. So once again, this lawsuit is just for Jada and her associates to leave me alone because the book is coming. So I know all the new threats are going to come. And if something happened to me, just so you know, which camera is that? Just so you know, if anything happens to me, that's why I want to do this interview with you, Tasha. There are 7 hard drive discs that are going to be sent to you. One is going to be sent to Joe Rogan, the Banfield girl lady on News Nation, and a couple other people, right? That a video will come out if anything happens to me. And on that video, I promise you, anything that I've ever said is going to be backed up on that video. So now I'm trying to do this so my book can come out, and I'm trying to do this so that people can get the information, because what we're doing is, what people don't know is anything that comes from the civil, any information from interrogatories, from discovery, can be for the criminal. And that's what we're going for. So another thing that I'm going to say is that I feel in another year, because everything I told you has come true, right? No lawsuits, I was suing, I told you everything that I said I was going to do, I did. Within 1 year, it is my belief that Will and Jada will be involved with a sexual case on a criminal level. And I'm gonna say that once again, just so everybody clear. Once I finish the lawsuit and once I finish this civil harassment thing with Jada, getting all the discovery, all the interrogatories and giving them to the federal government, and also giving it to the assistant attorney general, somebody's going to jail. Somebody. That's my belief. So all this is going on, but it's going to be criminal. Right now, it's all civil. So now let me just tell you what's going on quickly, and then we'll end this interview. So when I filed the restraining order, Jada's lawyer responded. And in my estimation and my belief is that she lied. She responded and said that basically, and this is after avoiding service. So just let you know, I subpoenaed Will, right? Now, we know Will got 24-hour security at his house. So I sent the sheriff there. That's a subpoena, boom, for Willard Carroll Smith. And they don't say Will Smith, but that's his real name. And the sheriff went there, and they said they rung the doorbell, and nobody would come out. And they waited. So Will has 24-hour security. So you leave the sheriff outside knowing that they there because they're trying to avoid service, Tasha. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Boom. Yes. Here's
and
another.
This was on 10/16/2025.
Yeah.
To Willard Carroll Smith in Calabasas, California.
Another for Will Smith. That says successfully served, right? To a different address.
Okay. Successfully served, but yes, but why to a different address?
Because I know that the agent of service would have been there. And they were, so when you serve a subpoena, you actually have to serve it to that person or only the agent of service. Okay. Nobody else can get it.
So his registered agent accepted
That's what the sheriff said. Okay. It's right there on the paper. It ain't what I say, it's what the sheriff said.
It says, it was served November 18th. 302. That was like 3 days ago. Okay. So you served.
And Will did not come to court. So now I'm going to compel the judge to make Will come to court. Playtime with these clowns is over. Now let's get into other things that they're doing to prohibit this case from giving me the information.
I don't think they want to go to court with you because like it would be embarrassing. Because people are going to pick up all this salacious shit. They're not going to care about the technicality of everything.
Well, that's their fault. That is totally their fault. Because for me, at the end of the day, when we went to the first hearing, let me just tell you how games be played on a major level. So once I filed the subpoena, Jada got an attorney, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the attorney. So I walk into the courtroom, and the sheriff point outside to me, right? Like for me to step outside. And I'm like, what's going on? So I step outside, and he said, sign this. Like, no hello, no nothing. Sign this. And I said, sign what? I'm not signing anything unless I read it. So he said, oh, no, it's nothing, but I see Jada's lawyer signature on it. He said, oh, it's nothing. It's just letting you know that there's a pro temp judge here today, and that, you agreeing to whatever this pro temp judge says, and as it relates to a ruling. I'm like, nah. I said, I don't want no pro temp judge. And they call them commissioners. So they really not real judges, but they allow them to play judge for the day.
Okay.
So I said, I'm not signing that. So I don't sign it. So we have to go before the pro temp judge. So when I go for the pro temp judge, I said, you know what? Jada been avoiding service as well too. And I'm gonna give you that as well too, but I'm gonna finish the story. So now, when we go in front of the judge and she says that I don't want any commissioners on the case, I want to see a real judge, she signs off on it, but we're on the record. So now you gotta imagine, I'm doing all this pro se. Everything that I've gotten this far doing pro se, period. Because for me to get this far probably would have cost me $150,000. Okay. Period. Especially when they're trying to fight, right? So I say on the record, I said, will you accept service for Jada Pinkett Smith, the respondent in the case? He tells me no. I go back. Now I print out, I ask the court that I want to make a copy of the record, as we call it. So I got him on record saying no, that he won't accept nothing on Jada's behalf. And this is her lawyer. These are the games these people are playing.
The lawyer's supposed to accept service.
Right. These guys is playing. Of course, now he mentioned that he accepted service for the actual lawsuit, but now we're talking about questions and derogatories and all the evidence, right? This is the court record, the legal court record of me asking him for it, and this guy saying no. So in my eyes, both Will and Jada are dodging service, period. So if you go to the last page, it should be on there, right? And I'm gonna say a few more things and then I'm gonna wrap this up.
So he says, the court, good morning, counsel, and is it Salon petitioner? Yes. The court, okay, good morning. There is a non-stipulation in this matter. Is it going to be transferred to the Department J on November 19th? Okay. The petitioner said, I do have a question. The court says yes. The petitioner, so we were not able to serve the respondent. So will counsel take service for the respondent? And Mr. Grotsky says, I made an appearance on behalf of the respondent, which he's the lawyer. So we've accepted the filings that were made. I'm not agreeing to accept service of anything else. The court, okay, thank you. Any other service issues will need to be brought up in Department J on the 19th. The petitioner, okay. The court, okay, thank you. Best of luck, everyone. Mr. Grotsky, thank you, Your Honor. Clips out there about you sometimes do show you a very angry Black woman kind of life.
I am an angry Black woman. I am angry that my sisters are dying at ridiculous rates of heart disease, maternal death. I am stressed. I am angry that I live in a nation that lies to us and has been, and people still aren't sure how to make it make sense.
You've never heard of Candace Owens?
I don't know her.
Your messages are very similar.
I am a radical leftist.
Do you date?
Who's gonna date me?
There are other people like you that you can date.
Name them.
I'm not a matchmaker.
I have 5 cats and a dog. I love being a cat lady. And the other day I was driving and I had like my dog and my 3 cats in the car going to the vet, and I was like, wow, this is the life you chose. I haven't had sex or been kissed in 2 years.
Do you think that has a lot to do with your anger too sometime?
No. I think that's actually very unintellectual for you to ask.
No,
Yes.
because as Black women, we have to release.
So I don't have a vibrator?
I gotta tell you, like, I still get sick, okay? But the way I used to get sick versus the way I get sick now, I no longer require hospitalization because I used to have to go to the hospital, go to the emergency room. I no longer require all of these drugs to get over it. And so generally, my sicknesses don't last more than 4 days, maybe 6 at the most, okay? So these are my top 4. All over oregano, sea moss, mango flavor, I like the mango, liquid D3, as well as T-cell and NK cell mushroom Vitamix. In conjunction with your doctor. I'm not a doctor at all, and I don't pretend to be one. I'm only telling you what I know by experience. And so if you want to support your body with these supplements as well, I do encourage you to visit shoptkdeals.com. Use my coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order so that you can try them. A lot of the supplements you can put on subscription, so that means that you can have them delivered to your door every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, and things like that. And so that you can stay on top of your health.
So the lawyer did come.
Yeah, and he wouldn't accept service of interrogatories and would not accept service of discovery, things that I need so that I can prove.
Because that gets the case started.
Yeah. So, but listen, this is not me saying it. This is Jada lawyer saying it. This is Will. Will was successfully served, as you saw, didn't come to court. Right? Once I sent it to the other guy.
Default judgment
No. So this is for just the civil harassment. We haven't even got to the other lawsuit yet, and I'm gonna breeze through that really quick because right now I'm sweating so much, and things are coming back to my mind. I'm trying to kill me, and allegedly trying to kill me, threaten me. Like it's just bringing up not bad memories, but good memories in terms of my fight. I decided to get up even though I was hurt. You know what I mean? When I got that call. And so I'm just sweating a lot. But
are these my copies?
Yes. You're gonna need them because them lawyers definitely gonna be reaching out, and here go all the proof. So, but let me just say this too, to what Cameron. So Will, just to let you know, I'm gonna reserve you. If you see this video, you can go to your nearest sheriff department to pick up the subpoena. The case number is 25VERO01692. So Will Smith, if you're watching, you can just take your ID to the sheriff department and pick up the subpoena so we don't have to chase you. If not, I'm gonna compel the judge or ask the judge to compel you to come to court. As it relates to Jada, same thing. I'm going to reissue a subpoena to you because obviously we just saw it that the lawyer said that he's not taking any other service on behalf of you. So once again, I'm going to do your subpoena, and it'll be available at your sheriff's office. Case number 25VERO01692. And then the last thing I want to say is that I filed the actual lawsuit. The number is 25VECV06407 against Jada Pinkett Smith. So everything here is stamped. There's official. So y'all can, if y'all want to keep trying to dodge service and all this and not give me the information that I need, y'all go ahead and keep doing that. That's what y'all do. All it's doing is showing that everything I'm saying is true. Everything that I'm saying has receipts, because like I said, it's incumbent upon me as a Muslim to bring the receipts. So I'm not going to say anything that I don't have a receipt. So once again, that's what y'all too can do. If you want to say, oh, my lawyer didn't tell me and all that. So if y'all see this video, y'all can go get y'all subpoenas, because I'm not playing with y'all, because I've already let it be known that any derogatories or any discovery that I get from these hearings or this trial is going to the feds. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, wait, I heard personally that Will was finally now trying and is setting up to divorce Jada. I heard that from a very credible source.
Well, Here's my
Did you hear that? Because I know you're still roped in.
Yes. I heard that, but he not going nowhere. The thing she got on him, he not going nowhere. I don't think so. This is my opinion.
Is it true that she lives in a house down the street? She no longer lives in the home that he built for her?
From my understanding from sources is that they're totally not together, and that Jada don't want the divorce because right now, you got to look at the state, right? In my opinion, right? Nobody really likes Jada. Jada been caught in all these lies. She's been doing so many things to people behind the scenes, right? And she's been lying about, in my opinion, about her not being a Scientologist, all this. It's just so many things. And in the book, we cover what really happened. We go through every timeline. And by me being there, I tell you what really happened. Not that crafted stories that you've been hearing about people. Like all of this right here is from me. This is all from me in pro se, right? Because I really believe that I'm going to be blessed for doing this, because now other people who have been abused, right, who have been hurt, and not from just these celebrities, but for other celebrities, you got to fight. If you're not willing to fight, who you think gonna join you? Who gonna join you? So it's time for everybody that got a story, a credible story, I should say, to start the process. Because you got to imagine, I lost just about everything over the last 2 years. Everything. But not my dignity, not my pride, and not my faith. Because what I did wrong was, after that accident, I feared Will and Jada. And I'm not supposed to fear no one but God. And that, oh man, that pain. You don't know how many nights I cried knowing that I feared man more than God. Damn. So I'm back.
Winos? Bilal.
Yeah.
Everything's alleged, even my name's alleged. We just sipped the wine. We wasn't there.
Oh, and let me tell people the title of the book.
Please.
It's called 38 Years with Will and Jada Smith Memoir. And the subtitle is I Am Whistleblower.
Thank you for my folder. I had to get one of Stephon Diggs too, because his team was trying to come.
Hey, listen, listen.
Bro,
listen,
I was like, I'm coming to court like, bitch, I'm coming to court like, Judge, I just interview people, and this is what they brought me. Ain't nobody maliciously don't like this man. Okay, they said he's taking asses. He's supposed to be taking balls, and he's taking extra balls.
Yeah, it's crazy. Right now, it's so crazy because everybody, all the big celebrities, we suing, and
they usually do it. I tell them they do it because they want to put me on an NDA.
And they just
Kevin Hart tried to do it. Everybody tried to do it.
They tried. Listen. What they do when they and when them vicious goons come, them lawyers, because they the real gangsters.
Yes.
These people that's in the street, y'all not gangsters.
Yes.
Man, these lawyers and these people that I'm fighting, what's the clown name? Alan B. Gorski, right? That's Jada's lawyer. Now, just really quick, because this is actually funny, but informative, right? So Will and Jada wrote and produced a movie. And well, she wrote, produced, and she wanted to direct the movie. Okay. But she didn't want to Will didn't want to put the money up, allegedly. Jada didn't want to put the money up. They go begging to all the studios, oh, give me money for Jada's movie. Well, obviously the movie was bad. So they convinced this rich guy, the real estate developer, to put up the money. But now, from me being around them, it was all flim-flam. Because Jada was just trying to get the movie out there and nobody wanted to put up these millions of dollars. So, they hyped dude up. Oh man, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, we gonna do this, right? So he gives them the money, right? The movie flops. So the guy hits them, start saying, listen, when am I gonna get my money? Y'all said y'all was gonna do this, and that, right? So what Jada and Will did, they sued this guy. It's public information, right? They sued this guy before he could sue them. And the lawyer that I got, who I consider to be a dirtbag, this guy coming to court with a suit that looks like, I'm looking like the lawyer in court. It looked like he rolled out of bed with a suit on and then he smelled of alcohol inside of the courtroom, right? So I'm looking at this guy, right? Like, and this is my opinion. And I'm just like, oh man, he got Argyle socks. The electricity is out of the Argyle socks. Like they're drooping down. So I said, oh, they send a guy that's willing to say this. They send a guy that's willing to do anything in court, right? To prevent the evidence from coming out, right? So this lawyer should be ashamed of himself. And this is the lawyer that Will and Jada got when they flim-flammed the dude out of the money.
How
right?
much money?
Oh, we're talking millions for a movie that Jada produced, right? I don't want to go into it.
What was the movie?
I forgot. Was it Human Contact or whatever? You can Google it. Just put it in there. You got research.
And the real estate developer, you think he'll talk to me?
Oh, I hope so. I'm trying to get in touch with him. Listen, if you see this, hey, hit me up, because right now, whoever has credible information on Will and Jada, right? Because I had a bunch of people that
trying
were,
to put them into a RICO.
yes, no alleged, no nothing.
I'm supposed to be serious or anything?
Yes, because even what they did with that, they end up going to arbitration and mediation with the dude to try to work it out of the public. You understand what I'm saying? And my thing is, even when Charlie Mack tried to get in touch with me, offer money, I don't want that dirty money. It's going to be no, and I needed that money. You got to imagine, I've been sustaining myself for over 2 years. Now I'm in litigation that costs money. Oh, I needed that money, but I know if I took that money, that money that's devil money. And I didn't do it. So now if anybody want to send cash apps or whatever, or want to support my movement, hopefully you can put the cash app up.
What is it?
It's BBOPULENT. So it's the money sign BB be opulent. Yeah. And I'll give it to you to put up. But I'm just so riled up right now because I had so many people, like I had about 10 people that was ready to come forth. Now I'm only down to 4. But I got the information. They gave me the information, everything. So I don't know if a RICO is going to happen. I don't know that. But now I know that I'm gathering enough proof. And after these cases are over, I'll have enough proof to, in my opinion, so that a criminal investigation can start on Will and Jada Smith for all the things they've been hiding and all the people they've been hurting. This is who this is for. This ain't for me, because I could have took the money. I could have been in Saudi Arabia chilling. It's evident. I could have took the money. I didn't. You wouldn't. If I took this money, you wouldn't be hearing none of this. So at the end of the day, people know it's authentic. So you doing all this paperwork. If one lie is told, guess what? I'm in jail. I'm in jail because it's all under penalty of perjury. Or I would have to pay a significant amount of money that I don't have right now, which now will put me in jail. So either way it go, you understand? It was 2 years ago, I wouldn't have worried about it. Okay, cool. So this is showing people right now, I'm putting my life on the line. I'm no longer scared to say the things that I was scared to say. Name the people that need to be named. All the people who were, and let me just say this to you. So some people might say, well, B, you was around it and all that. They took the money. So allegedly Bashir and the mom took the money. So how am I was trying to help them. They took the money. The other girl that Jada allegedly did something to, the underage girl, took the money. Allegedly. And I said allegedly. They took the money. Allegedly. Everybody take the money. I dare somebody to say anything about me. It's obvious that they wanted to give me that money. They couldn't give me that money quick enough for my silence. And I didn't take the money. And believe me when I tell you, I needed that money. I needed it. So I know how a person feels when they need that money and they've been hurt and a person abused them and because they need it. But I'm just like, man, listen, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has for me, no one can take.
Tyrese been messing with the Smiths allegedly.
Oh man, in the book we go into them going to Dubai together, and allegedly in Dubai, celebrities will be sitting around watching these people get urinated on and defecated on, right? Actually watching this, right? And yeah, so I'm giving it up. Listen.
So we gotta do another interview?
Listen, when the book come out, listen, I'm gonna send you a pre-copy anyway. So what I like to do is When the winos get their book, we go over to the Tasha K Live joint, and whoever got a book, we do a question and answer thing. And nothing's off limits. And we're doing it in a private setting. So whoever winos got the book, y'all got a question, y'all write y'all question down, and I'm coming right there and answering all the questions. So right now, and that was a significant, so it's 2 significant bags that I gave up. I gave up 1 bag for the book publishing deal and another bag that I didn't take from Will and Jada. I would be up an M right now. I would be up an M, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I'm going to let people know what y'all did to me. I'm going to let people know what y'all did to other ones.
I'm so glad Tyrese has no money to try to come after me legally, because he just was damn near about to hit bankruptcy, and he got a little check overnight, but he owes his ex-wife a lot of money.
Oh, no, we going to the book about, listen, let him do something. Let him do.
So you know why the wife left?
All that. That's what I'm saying. All that. What Will did. Listen. It's like I said, I wanted to keep this legal, but Tasha, boy, you know how to wiggle the questions, man, where you got to get a little bit and then you just go all the way in. But it's what I saw. It's what I did, and I never liked Tyrese. And
so
then,
you're saying that you saw with your own eyes?
I saw it on video. So now, but let me tell you more so than this. Remember when we did the first interview and I told you a celebrity was like, yeah, you better not say nothing about me and all that other stuff. And I said, Tasha, and you could go back to and probably put it up. It was Tyrese. Oh, you a tough guy now. Now you a tough guy, right? When all this was going on, because you know I know. You know how many other people that I know but I'm cool with, they never did nothing to me, so I'm letting them slide. Period. Jamie and all them. You ask me, I never said anything bad about Jamie. You know, I never said nothing about Kevin Hart, but you know what I had on Kevin Hart. You know. Period. Tasha know. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, real.
That ain't no allegedly.
That ain't no allegedly. You understand what I'm saying? So you know how much I got on so many other celebrities and ain't nothing come out. Nothing come out. So if jokers want to jump up to Will and Jada defense now, if jokers want to jump up to Tyrese defense, it's coming out. Listen, even if I got to go to jail, certain things going to come out. Y'all better leave me alone. Because once you experience that death, you understand what I'm saying? It's over. And you make a man fear another man? Were you only supposed to fear God? Y'all got me to that point? No, man. Listen, I wish you would. I wish you would. I ain't worrying about no damn Tyrese. We going into the psychotics, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's deep. Will and Jada are...
So you're saying the reason Tyrese is so emotional and has a lot of issues with females, it kind of gives me mommy issues, is because he's secretly could be down low?
I don't know. Like I told you, I don't speculate. Everything that I know is in here and in my telephone. And I let you hear and see things. And that's the joint I wish you would. So I know Tyrese is going to watch this. And I know people in Dubai, you know what I'm saying, that know him out there and what he's been doing out there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, don't play with me. I lived in Kuwait before. Of course, I visited Saudi Arabia. Come on. I'm semi-fluent in Arabic. You know what I mean? So come on. You want to play with me and you trying to stump in the Middle East? Come on, stop playing. And even the same thing with Will. What all these people do, running to Saudi Arabia. Man, don't take that ill behavior over to Saudi Arabia, man. That's all I'm saying. All these people are trying to get the Saudi money now, right? Everybody over there trying to get the Saudi money, right? But don't take that ill behavior over there. And then for my brothers and sisters
Saudi
and
is
so,
UAE, right?
Huh?
Saudi is
yes,
UAE.
it's the United Arab Emirates.
JC was over there begging.
So you got Omar, Qatar.
Yeah.
You got all of that. So at the end of the day, Tasha, I'm not worrying about let them come. Let them say something. I'm spanking them all because I'm only saying stuff about people that I got receipts for. So I dare y'all to come. Like I said, once a man has been faced with trying to be assassinated and killed, you got a different hunger, a different vigor. It ain't about the money because I done blew through most of the money anyway, just trying to survive for 2 years. Just some of the stuff they did, even financially, calling companies, telling them don't no longer do business with me. I told you I had to sue a couple other companies. I showed you that before. So we not playing. Will and Jada, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm saying it again. In about a year, that I do believe that Will and Jada will be under criminal investigation for sexual crimes. And some of those crimes are with this, are with this Church of Scientology, allegedly. Whew.
Bilal!
Tasha.
Allegedly!
Tasha, you crazy. You so crazy.
I done got too big, Bilal.
I know you big time.
But Bilal, I don't think I'm big. I think the platform is big. So, I be allegedly. Lord Jesus.
Listen, between these files and my telephone, right? Because nothing happened before, right? Nothing happened before.
It didn't.
After all, I'm a huff, I'm a puff, I'm a blow the house down. You huff and you puff and you sit down. You understand what I'm saying? And you allegedly send people to try to do me in, to do me dirty. But you know what I'm saying? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? Udu billahi min thalik. So at the end of the day, I'm ready for y'all. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. We already in legal battle. No big lawyers. I'm doing it all pro se. All this that you see is from my doing, my black excellence, my intellect, because I'm not scared. Period. Another thing, Tony Busby, he wanted to represent me. He sent me the contracts, everything. I'll give those to you. This is not alleged, right?
Tony gets to the back.
Yeah, he gets, but I wouldn't, and that's what it is. I'll give you that contract too. It was against Willa Carroll Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Sean Diddy Combs. And he was going to represent me against them. And I have that contract. And actually, I'll take it one further. I did a 39-minute telephone call with Tony Busby. So I'm not trying to get to the bag. I'm trying to get to the truth. Because if the truth came out, I would just give this to Tony and then go for the bag. But Will and Jada ain't trying to give me the truth. Why did Will try to disassociate himself from Diddy? All that's coming out. It's all coming out. That was a straight up lie. You know what you and Diddy was doing together in y'all younger years when he was producing the Men in Black soundtracks. I got all that. That's what I'm saying. The book is deep because I was around.
All right, Bilal, enough. We're done here. We're done. Ladies and gentlemen, Bilal, we're done.
Thank you for having me.
I need a spiritual bath.
It's a lot. All right, so it's over right now,
good.
right? Yeah, I need to eat because look, when my food came, right, and I got a call that you outside. I'm like, oh man, I had to leave my food and run back here to make sure you can get in because I wanted you to have this interview.
Oh my God, Bilal, Jesus Christ.